Most of you must be aware of PMP Recertification Requirement, which is once you become a PMP, your certification stays good only for 3 years. So what you have to do is at the end of the third year, you have to recertify, you have to renew your certification. There are two ways you can do the recertification. One is to do the exam again, as you might be thinking right now, but that's not the advisable way of doing it. The second thing is through maintaining and submitting 60 PDUs, 60 professional development units. Okay, now how do we gain this 60 PDUs over the period of 3 years? It will happen through your careful planning, engaging in project management profession and activities such as attending training programs, attending some webinars, and delivering certain lectures, writing journals. There are so many different ways in which you can gain your 60 PDUs. In this video, I'm going to show you what are all the different classifications you can claim your PDUs on, and how do you actually go through the process of submitting your PDUs, getting it approved by PMI. So all you have to do is go to the PMI website, and log in, and you can go to certification and maintain your certification, or straight away you can go to this URL CCR, which stands for Continuing Certification Requirement System. Go to ccr.pmi.org and log in with your username and password. Right now, this is my real-time certification renewal page, where you can see, for example, I haven't claimed any PDUs for this current cycle. My current cycle started from July 2014. It will end on July 2017. So I pretty much have a couple of years to to document my 60 PDUs. But let me quickly show you how I will do it. Right. So far I applied 0. I need to apply 60 points. Right. So what I can do is, on this left hand side, I can see report PDUs. So I'm going to click that, where step 1 is PDU category. So this one will show you what are the different PDU categories you have. You have category A through F. For example, category A is registered education provider. If you have attended any training program from an REP, you can choose this particular choice to claim your PDUs. Keep it in mind, you can claim only for those training program you have attended after you become PMP, not prior to becoming a PMP. For example, I have selected category A. I'm going to find an activity, click next, and you should know the training institute name where you did the training. Just type the name of the institute, which will pretty much show you all the courses listed or approved by PMI for that particular institute. For example, for this institute, in this page, I can see few of the courses approved. Let's assume I attended this training program, scheduling and cost control. I can select this activity. All right, so it automatically takes the activity title, because this course is was pre-approved by Project Management Institute for 10 PDUs. All I have to do is key in the start date and the end date of the training program. I agree, and you have to click submit. Normally, training programs attended from the Project Management Institute REP are pre-approved, so you don't really have to worry about if they will approve the PDU or not. All right, so I'm going to cancel this one and show the next category. What if you attended some training program in some universities or college, or employer provided in-house training program which is not an REP? No issues, you have the second category. So instead of REP, you will choose continuing education. So you have to choose that choice. And as you could see, there are no maximum cap for this category, even for the previous category. If, for example, if I choose the REP category, there are no maximum cap, which means you can claim the whole 60 PDUs only from this category. All right. So if you choose category B, It will not show any activity type because you have done this training in institute other than the REP. So all you have to do is type in the program name. If you click this information icon, you can see if it is category B, fill the activity title description, started, ended, how many hours training program it is, and who is the training provider, the name of the institute, give the phone number, URL, email address, and how many PDUs you are claiming for it, and click I agree and submit. All right. Well, does PMI approves it? Normally yes, unless they really want to check it out, they might come back to you and ask for some some more questions, because any training you attended other than the PMI REP, especially if those training providers are not like authoritative, like it's not a university or college, it's pretty unknown kind of institute, then probably, I don't know, you probably need to submit some more documentation if your application is selected in audit, right? So the next thing is I'm going to cancel this one, show the other few categories, right? So report PDUs. What's the third one? Third one is self-directed learning, which is something, you learn by yourself by writing some notes, watching some videos, things which you don't, things for which you don't have a certificate. Watching some project management lecture videos, some from some video websites, or preparing for some kind of preparing some kind of notes for your preparation for your masters, or anything which is self-directed. But if you could see, there is a maximum cap of only 30 PDUs. You cannot claim more than 30 PDUs for this particular category. Let me show you. This is category C. So what they're saying in category C is type the name of the activity, and in provider name, enter the name of organization or individual that provided no resources. So go for category C. Again, as you could think now, this is not a very strong category to go for. It's pretty pretty unsure about it. So that's not advisable, but there is a category. uh, Category D is creating new project management knowledge. Again, there is a cap here, 45 PDUs for PMP. So if I click next, for example, it shows category D, title of article, course, or webinar. For example, if you have designed a new course, or if you have delivered a webinar, or you written an article in some magazine or journal, you can type that name. And provider name, instead of provider name, it's category D, right? So enter the name of the organization where material was published or presented. If you presented in a conference, for example, you can write the name of the conference over here, right? So I'm going to cancel this one as well. Go to report PDUs. Just two more to go. We have volunteer service. Um, Again, we have a cap of 45 PDUs, right? And it will ask you what is the activity and or position. And it's also asking enter the name of the organization where you volunteered. You would have volunteered for your local PMI chapter. So if you have conducted any meeting or organized some conference or something, you can go for this particular activity. Right. And the last one is work as a practitioner. Here you can claim up to 45 PDUs. Now this is the place where you can claim uh, your work experience as PDU, right? So if you're working as a project manager, you can pretty much claim PDUs, right? So for example, here it says job or position title is what you type in here, and in the provider name, obviously the name of the company you worked for. So it is possible to claim PDUs just by simply working for a company, right? But you can claim up to the maximum allowed limit. All right. Now, as you could see, the other interesting thing is in none of these application, the report PDU application form, we attach or show any supporting evidence. This is similar to applying for the exam. You submit all the PDU requests, and PMI usually approves it. Now, what happens is at the end of third year, when the renewal time comes, you will have to pay the renewal fee. At that time, you may be again randomly selected for audit. And if you are selected for audit, all of the information what you fill in here, you have to support it by sending the photocopies of the relevant documentation that will prove your claimed PDUs. All right. So that's how you claim PDUs at ccrs.pmi.org.